How's it going? Here we have the over 9,000 Super Saiyan RP content leaders, well, self-proclaimed RP content leaders. Let's go ahead and see what we can learn and take some notes from the best of the best. I mean the pinnacle, the peak of manhood, the ultimate manhood, super manhood. Yeah, well, you might as well just define it. When you look up manhood in the dictionary, these guys will pop up. So let's go ahead and check out some content and some feedback from these guys in the current situation.
Entertaining, but no rivalry right now in YouTube is better than Fresh and Fit versus Abba and Preach.
After the fact, now we're number fucking best podcast in the world. Those two clowns tried to destroy us and they fucking failed. And Abba knows that.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Virus Sammy's gonna see the wrath of fucking hell when I hit him in the face with my fist to knock every.
Hey, brother, calm down. Before you get all tuckered out, I see the vein coming all out of your forehead and whatnot. What kind of masculine frame is
to knock every tooth out of his mouth. That's what.
Now, Myron, cut it out. We know you're not fighting anybody. And to be masculine, why is the first thing you're doing is resorting to violence? Why are you getting so angry? What happened to maintaining frame for a discussion and explaining your point? Look at you throwing a fit and a tantrum like a toddler. You had these opportunities to run these fades, like the guy who had the dreads at your studio that you pulled the thing out on. Abba and Preach told you you can run the match whenever you want to, and you decided not to show up and ignored the calls. Even when Ack was in your studio, you started acting different, no pun intended. Anytime you're talking to these guys in their faces, your tones change and you start stuttering, but you're screaming at them online. Why are you wanting to engage in a fight that you know you don't want? And besides, that's a very weak trait, to get emotional and act erratic. That's not man business, homie. That's really not, because if you're about that action, just throw hands. You don't have to scream about it. Just say, here's the time and place, let's go. But actually show up. I mean, hey.
Duck me. That's what I want you to do. I want your opponents to fear you. Have the fear of God. If I ever run into this
But as it continues, Abba and Preach never really make mistakes. They never get outed for what they do online or offline, and we've never really heard that much about it. But when it comes to Fresh and Fit, stop the show. These guys can't stop making mistakes. And when it comes to intellectual roasting and pointing out people's hypocrisies, nobody does it better than Abba and Preach. And they do it so well that people actually want to start fighting. And this is exactly what's happened to Fresh and Fit.
You guys can meet us in person. Go ahead and call me a fucking emotional person to my face.
Sir, you're not running the fade with anybody. You're gonna get all aggressive and pull out the pew pew. And a lot of times you're just quiet and you stutter. We don't believe you. Myron, just stop. You don't have to act like a tough guy for the internet. You really don't.
See what fucking happens out. So pay the ticket and get knocked out. All right?
Damn.
Because a lot of you fucking haters, a lot of these YouTubers that are talking shit.
No, Myron. Nobody's hating, nobody's talking trash. If you were just an entertainment channel who had no stance, no anything, and you just did content, nobody would be saying anything, but you positioned yourself as a staple of RP content and male-centered content, giving people bad advice and bad information. And you're being a hypocrite to what you're preaching. So yes, you shall be scrutinized because that's man business.
And who was the quick ones to make a video? Anus and Leech right away?
You had one Instagram post and one leaked video. What do you mean? No? What? She posted like 6 or 7 or 8 different stories with different logs and then a video recording and everything.
Yeah, right away.
You still don't want to fucking box, coward. Still making videos.
Mediocre. What's his name again?
These niggas, man. Like,
bro, you know the full story.
We pay y'all bills, man.
Yeah, MTR. You don't
pay y'all bills, bro. You fucking losers, bro.
You took a clip from her and made a video. Like, you don't know
these shit. You know the full story, just commenting, and it's.
Now, Myron, I saw that entire live. I watched that entire video that you got upset at that female about for asking a very valid question. When she asked Fresh about his newborn alleged kid, what's he gonna do about that with that new child? Because you keep questioning these women, but you don't want to answer the same questions. And I mean, you was almost ready to fight this girl, calling her artards and everything else. What kind of masculine frame is that? She asked you a valid question, Fresh. So you kick her out of the studio for asking about, no, I'm the host, I don't have to answer questions. No, bro, you're supposed to be a place for dialogue, right? Evidently, that's not what you're paid. I know you're not, but I'm just being silly. You know, asking questions that I obviously know the answer to. But here's the thing, bro. You talking about this woman's character, that didn't make you look any better. That didn't make Fresh look any better. If this Chinese woman had all of these crimes that she committed, she was a felon and this and that, and she's here illegally and has a very sketchy background, stole from her job and got fired, and now you possibly got this woman pregnant, you think that looks bad on her? You think that looks bad on her? When one of the staples of your entire channel, your business model, possibly got this woman pregnant, took her to meet his parents in Barbados, and you're like, man, we ain't together. I seen skits like that. They were like, yeah, that ain't my girl. Yeah, I mean, we went on vacation. I took her to Thanksgiving. She met my mama and all that. We went out to eat. You know, I got her, you know, some Balenciagas and a Gucci purse and all of this and a new outfit, and took her to the spa, got massages and all of that, and told her she ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm her man, but we ain't together though. What are you talking about? The woman met his mother. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna defend this to a detriment. The only way I'm gonna help you out, Myron. The only way to save your brand, you know what you got to do. It's about to be just you standing, and you're gonna have to go ahead and get rid of it, because your boy Fresh is about to drag you all the way down. I already don't take either one of y'all serious, which nobody should, but it's over. Fresh is over with. He's done. He's cooked. You can keep trying if you want to, but hey, up to you. Can't say nobody ever tried to help you, just like Kevin Samuels tried to help you, just like O'Shea Duke Jackson tried to help you. You guys will destroy yourselves. Have at it. You don't want any help. You can't tell you nothing though. Go ahead. You know it all. You're right. Go ahead.
That's right. Myron is so frustrated, he wants one or both of these guys to hop on a plane and start fighting, which is stupid, because if you guys wouldn't make these mistakes, there would be no reason for them to talk about you, especially your boy Fresh. Speaking of Fresh, we all know that he's in the controversy with Daisy Fit Chin, or Daisy Fitness Chin, whatever the young lady's name is. As we know, she's currently 4 weeks pregnant, and Fresh is denying the baby. But stop the show. Abba and Preach did some research with the lady as they interviewed her. But before we go to that, rewind! Now, it's the belief of another YouTuber by the name of Destiny that Fresh is actually right in this situation. The young lady is trying to baby trap him. Abba and Preach feel that this is not the case, that he promised her the world, then tried to get her pregnant. And it's funny because Destiny and Abba actually debated this a few days ago.
One more time. Listen, Abba, I want you... We're hearing if his mic cuts out or not. It could be my I don't think it is. Okay, so he checked and she got pregnant. Why is that a problem? More than normal.
I don't understand. I mean, they don't want the kid. What are you asking in
Both
particular?
of them don't want it?
I don't think she gives a much about it. It seems like she just wants his money, and he definitely doesn't want it, so.
Okay.
No, what happened was this goofball promised her the world. And then after things fell apart, she ended up finding out she was pregnant by him. And I think now there's just a lot going on. But to me, this is not baby trapping. I don't think it's baby trapping. When you promise someone you want to be with them, you want to have kids with them, et cetera, you introduce them to your parents and all this stuff, and you're nutting them raw. That's not baby trapping. I'm sorry.
Well, she's also getting nut and raw, a guy that she's known for 3 or 4 months.
Oh, she's an idiot. Absolutely. But that's not baby.
Yeah, but the reason why I consider it baby trapping is because it seems like everything is kind of flowing according to plan for her, and the priorities right now are exclusively financial, even to the detriment of the child, which feels kind of like,
but that's not flowing according to plan. It sounds like this guy was making plans to like be with this girl forever. From everything he was saying, he introduced her to his family in Barbados and took her all the way out there. Like, that doesn't sound like baby trapping. That sounds like you're literally trying to be with somebody.
Okay, now let's be clear, because there's a lot of misuse of terms online that are very inaccurate. Now, baby trapping. Let's say you have an interaction with a woman, and let's say both of you agree that you don't want to have children. Okay. You have 2 choices now to ask her. What kind of preventative measures are you on? Are you on birth control? You on the patch, the implant? Do you have any forms of birth control? If that woman tells you no, at that point you have a decision to make, because now you're taking the chance. There's a possibility of her getting pregnant. So to now second that is to ask her, if you get pregnant, what would be your course of action at that point? And based on what she says, if she's like, I don't want to keep it. Honestly, this is all silly dialogue to me, because if a person's not on birth control, it should be common sense that they're going to get there's a chance that they'll get pregnant. So I don't even, that's a silly argument, but I'm just mentioning it just to mention it. Based on what she says, you can make a decision off that. This is the most least form of accountability possible, right? Now, let's move on to the actual aspect of what baby trapping really is. Baby trapping is like a man uses a condom, the woman takes the condom and steals his seed. That's baby trapping, and she makes herself pregnant with it. Another way for baby trapping is for a woman to say she's on birth control and be lying, not taking it for any reason. You basically either she's lying about being on birth control, or she stops taking her birth control to get pregnant. Also, on top of you knowing you don't want children, if you have expressed to her that you don't want children, that's baby trapping. A woman also stating, oh, I can't get pregnant, and then she gets pregnant, that's baby trapping. Even though you shouldn't just take a woman's word for anything, but even with that, you still have some type of defense, because it was like, hey, you said you can't get pregnant, you lied to me. But overall, the easiest resolution to this is to stop dealing with women you don't want to deal with in the long run, because these are consequences that can come from doing it. Alright, do better out here. Have a good one.